Atulaegwu. I do not like titles. I'm just graced. Because it's a colloquial conference, I'm trying not to be too formal. Colloquial is informal, so I'm going to kind of gist you. Let me start with my own story. But first, because I'm a teacher, I like to just tell you what to expect at the end of my session. Number one, you will embrace a new you. I don't know how God will fix that, but that's the deal. So say after me. I call yourself Princess Atulaegwu. Shall be a lot new at the end of this session. Gracias. Number two, you will learn how to protect yourself. Because deliverance is not guaranteed until you can stay delivered. Amen, brethren? Amen. Then number three, you will get sense. Tell somebody, say, get sense. Okay, emotional abuse. Let me start with a story. It's a blend of my story and what happens in everyday life. I think this book called Tama. I'll give it somebody, whoever comes to my mind, a copy. The rest of you can buy. Some part of this story I'm about to tell you is my story. Some part is not my story. If I let me be open, okay. The part that is not my story is a part of letting you guys to say. I've never done that in my life. The part that is my story is the rest of the gist. And maybe as I'm talking, some part will not be mine, I'll let you know. When I was 19, I fell in love. Amen, brethren. Don't look at me like you're always the same people will just write the question of us. So I know this guy who was a pastor. You know, let's talk about spiritual abuse. You know, so just so I'm a pastor too, I'm ordained, so I don't like to abuse the title. Well, then there's some things that have to be said. So the first 3 months was heaven on earth. I used to have a very special person I used to date before this guy came along. So I didn't really know that relationships had some kind of dynamics, you know, power torso, or those oppressed and not oppressed, like casting demons. I didn't know those aspects. So I opened my church mind like an innocent girl and fell in love. That word fall in love is not good. You're supposed to rise in love because when you fall, the person may not catch you. And in my case, they did not catch me. So the guy at first was doing the calling and everything, and life was nice. I was at university until they couldn't change that for me. And me on the call. And now the change happened, I didn't understand that things have changed. He said from I don't have air time, and then 2 weeks the person doesn't call you, they'll send you coming back. You people won't call the students who pocket money. I didn't understand that things have changed. But now this is where the story started. Give me the next slide. Like this fine boy and fine girl right there. We're going to call the guy. What name do you like to call the guy? That will know, but give you the name. Okay, let me pick Stanley. Sorry if you're standing here. You're the one that named the guy, you know? Stanley, I'm sorry, don't take it personal about you, Stanley. About me, know me. Okay. Bestie, sorry, let me change the name. You said Pedro. Okay, Pedro, yeah, sorry. That guy's name is Pedro, the girl's name is, give her a name. Blessing. No, I can't do that. I can't blessing. So what is my story? But let's find another name. I think you know blessing like this before. Petra and Priscilla. Peace. Correct. Perfect. That's the name. So now Petra falls in love with Priscilla. Everything is nice at the start. Of course, the calls, the flowers. Nigerian boys they buy flowers. Anyways, the people so of course the flowers. They don't know where flower again. Okay, everything was okay at the start. And then all of a sudden, one day, Priscilla calls bedroom, and there's an assistant secretary that answers the call. You know assistant secretary? You know assistant secretary? She's not the neighbor, she's not the prayer coordinator, but she's what? Assistant secretary. And this assistant secretary is the reason why Pedro has not been picking Priscilla's call for the past 1 month. That's my story. Innocent sister, she didn't know. Before that one happened, Pedro will call Priscilla. Baby, what are you wearing tonight? Priscilla was only 19. Even now, she's still a Jew girl. You know what they call Jew girls. She's not answer, she don't know those things. And she don't want to answer because she's shy. Why would pastor be asking me what am I wearing tonight? Somebody say emotional abuse. Then, the things that are coming, Pedro says to Priscilla, Priscilla, this one is my story. And says, what does it say? You are too naive, you don't know anything, you're too gullible. It's not verbal abuse, it's a blend. Somebody says it's a blend. Now, what is emotional abuse? Go to the next slide, I'll come back to my story. Emotional abuse is any treatment by a person that chips away, cuts away at the self-worth, independence, or mental stability of another. Okay, we can see, let's read together. Let us enter. Come on, want to go. Emotional abuse is any treatment by a person that chips away at the self-worth, independence, or mental stability of another. When they said that to me, I didn't understand. And then the next line comes. You make one small mistake, I can't remember the mistakes I made, and then you hear something like, how come we can handle the big things? I don't know how you told us your brother was 19 and was already doing all these ministry things. And I was saying things like, how come we can handle the big things, guys can handle the small thing? I began to feel inadequate. In fact, the highest number of books I've bought in my life, will I be exaggerating if I said this? But no. I think if it took me 6 months to buy 20 books, I bought 20 books in 1 month dating that guy. Because I was looking for what is it I don't know that is making me gullible and not good enough for this person. My self-confidence stripped off everything. It was even when you begin to live your life for somebody, live your life to get somebody's approval, is emotional abuse. Am I communicating? Okay. Now, after some time, Pedro comes back and begs Priscilla, I'm very sorry. My mother had cake leg, that's why I've not called you. The beans in the fridge spoiled, that's why I've not called you. The Italian traveled and left me the house, left the cattle and moved it. You know when somebody gives you stupid reasons for not being responsible? And you know what's girls, man, you always fall in love. I'm sorry, baby. I'm really very sorry. It's only, I'm sorry to say all these wrong words, but when your head is not straight, you start protesting for what you did not do. Because, let me tell you, at that state, that's what emotional abuse does to you. It makes you, because you're always conscious about wanting to keep peace, you start taking things you're not supposed to take. I think I've stayed too long with this one. Go to the next slide. Let's move on. Now let's look at the characteristics of emotional abuse. What exactly, because when I said anything about he calling me gullible and everything, and I said it's not just verbal abuse, it was emotional. Why? Look at the word on the board. It's called, I have to use the word tighter, just so that it can connect. Everybody say tighter. Say it aloud, tighter. The first word there is terrorizing. In an emotionally abusive relationship, it can be a girl doing this to a guy now, or a guy doing it to a girl. But because I'm a girl, sorry, I'm just favoring the girls. You understand? So guys, don't hate me. But in any relationship where you see somebody inducing a feeling of terror and extreme fear, when the person calls you, your heart cuts. Because you don't know the next line they will give you, the last thing you will hear. That's emotional abusive relationship. Anytime the person threatens to take away something that maybe they gave it to you, if you just keep doing this, I will just stop doing this. Maybe it's paying your school fees, I'll stop paying your school fees. If you stop having sex with me, I will stop doing this. If you stop doing that. In fact, in a nutshell, whenever there is somebody has to threaten you to make you do their bidding, it's an emotionally abusive relationship. And it's not only one between boy and girl. Sometimes our parents are emotionally abusive. Sometimes even another girlfriend can emotionally abuse to another girlfriend. If you don't give me this 10 naira, I will not give you this one. You know, something God really hates is forcing another human to do something that we want. Because God doesn't force us to do something He wants. Witchcraft. So when someone has to threaten you so much that you cower to do their will, is emotional abuse. Tell somebody, recognize it and shine your eyes. Again. Number 2, isolating. When you have to restrict contact with others. That my guy that time, oh boy, I don't call anybody. He was not in school. He was in Lagos, I was in Suka. even till now, I'm still very the open type. I'll tell you everything, I'll show you everything. I'm just like that. Thank God it didn't spoil that part of me. But you see, it's not nice. When you're talking to other people, you're afraid. What would he think? And you know when they say you go by yourself, I'll go back and tell you everything as it is. I'm still like that too. It's good anyway, but that's when you're with somebody that has sense. A current guy that has sense. Amen, brethren? That one do not have sense. You know why? Because when you're with somebody and you can't even... Okay, let me stop talking about myself now. Some of us are in a relationship where we can't even talk to our family members. Have you not heard of marriages where the wife cannot call her mother or her father or her siblings or anybody? You've not heard. It did not start in that marriage, oh. It started in the courting or the dating time. There will be signs like that. When someone is so possessive and overly jealous, that person is already emotionally abusing you. Because in a marriage, for example, you will have issues. I'm not saying you should tell your family members what's happening between you and your husband to be and your husband. But let me tell you, there are seasons in a marriage that you need a shoulder to cry on. Your husband will not be that person. Your wife will not be that person. So who would you talk to when you have chased on you? In the word. It's the name of pleasing, okay, English now, so let me bite my tongue. Name of pleasing the oga or the madam. You know, it's not just the guys that have the girls that go through these things. There are some guys with people that, because of their wives, they can't greet anybody in skirts. Even at the one, maybe the brother is now working in church. God punish a brother to say, how are you, sister? How was the word of God? You will explain to your wife when you get to. Somebody say missional abuse. Number 3, degrading. When somebody insults you in public. Even some wives do it to their husbands. Yeah, man, in public. Maybe you are not married, or some people are married, some people are not married, but of course, I don't know, I'm using the whole relationship thing to do the example. That's the one that God is pushing, so let's go there. You're probably dating someone now, and you can't talk. If you're angry, you can't express your anger in a reasonable way in public. You must call the person a name. Stupid girl, stupid boy. Say stupid person. When you love a stupid person, what are you? Put it in capital letter. If you love a stupid person, what are you? Shout it very well. If you love a foolish person, what are you? If you call your wife goat, what are you? You call your girlfriend or your boyfriend goat, what are you? I want to chip this in. There is nobody that makes a decision knowing that that thing will kill them. At every given time, people choose what they consider is best for them, according to the amount of information they have. Even the people that smoke, they will see though, smokers are not able to die, but they will buy. Why are they buying? At that point in time, there is still that secret to give to them that they feel is best for them. I said that to say, when you choose a relationship, when you choose to be in a relationship with somebody, at that time, you felt you were choosing the right person. Whether you were choosing from a place of low self-esteem, like Ambassador Young said, the girl felt she had bow leg, and then somebody said, I'm managing you, and then the next relationship she had, she was out of low self-esteem, she was choosing them. Whether you're choosing from that place or from a place of I'm good and good enough, if you decide to be with somebody at that point in time, you have made what you consider your best decision. Is it not true? Nobody will be with the person they think will kill him or her now. But when you leave the relationship and it was not good enough, don't be ashamed to say it was not good enough. Accept you made a mistake. I've been now. So the next one, shine your eyes. Tell somebody, shine your eyes. Okay. The next characteristic of emotional abuse is exploiting, using someone to your own advantage, raising them to accept your own ideas. I don't like people who shut me down. Me, I've been a talkative from the womb. Inside, I'm talking. Till death do us part, I'll be talking. So, right from childhood, I don't like people who don't let out. In those relationships, I realized that if I can't express myself, I will be sad. And even if you don't want to hear me, or you know, there is always someone who will keep quiet and look at you, and the person is not listening. Just pretend. Let me just say anything that's in my mind. Let it just come out. So because I won't be able to sleep. Now, in exploiting, You're not with somebody who does not allow you to express yourself. The person begins to force his own ideology on you. Or, I'm sorry, I'm using his, because some girls are witches that are doing this thing too. Yes, every form of manipulation is witchcraft. Every form of intimidation is witchcraft. Every form of practice to control another person against their will is what? Witchcraft. So whether it's a girl or a boy, you're a witch or a wizard, depending on your gender. So please, don't force your ideology on other people. In a relationship, you should be able to have what they call reasonable conversation. You don't have to do my own, but hear me out first. And then if exploiting, some guys will say, oh, because they gave you 5,000 naira yesterday, you have to open your legs. Girls, no amount of dollars can pay for what God has given you. Don't you know how amazing you are? Like seriously? I know I try, I have straight legs. Amen, brethren. Admire it, it's not bad. Thank you very much. But you see, I will not fool myself. I'm not the finest girl on earth. But you know what? I believe that I'm the finest in my world. Have you seen that thing right on Facebook, queening in my zone? You see that thing? Start queening your zone. If they bring us to stand out here, sorry that guys are here, I need to try and be practical a bit. My onshore and my offshore cannot compete with some people's zone. However, what my own can do is what your own can do. I be now. The same thing with guys. Don't let anybody make you feel like you have less. When God was packing it, He felt that was the best size and He gave it to you. In fact, if you're in this room and yours is bigger than mine, you're oversized. This is the right size. It's called self-confidence. Somebody hear yourself, I'm good. So nobody should come and tell you they are managing you. What insult? Even guys, if you don't have money and you approach a girl and she feels like you're not good enough for her, you should even thank God delivered you. Because yes, you're supposed to be with someone who can celebrate you with more than 1 naira, more than 1 million. If someone doesn't have dreams and visions she can align with, let her be comfortable with you. If she does not like the fact that you're living in one room now, please, the Bible says when you preach the gospel, they don't accept you, don't stop it. Don't stop it too and move forward to the next person. There will be someone that will accept you. Tell somebody, I'm good enough. So all those girls that used to feel like because a guy bought you 1 naira thing, you're supposed to open your leg, it's exploitation. No amount of money this world should buy you except a vow by a man who is worth it. You know everybody that is deserving of that commitment called marriage. Whether it's a 100 naira aboki ring they bought for you, or 25,000 naira Delphi metal ring, or 1 million naira all those designers things, like you to check Google, all them. It doesn't matter whether it's all those rings. So the important thing is this human being I'm committing my life to, is it worth it? Not the one that will not tell you because he gave you 2 naira or you paid your school fees, or all the worst part, he sent you a recharge card. You not let him do touching body. Are you boughting? Ask your neighbor, are you boughting? What are they pressing? What are they pressing there? They press and press until you become flat board. Tell somebody to deliver yourself. Okay, the last characteristics I want to look at is called rejecting. When somebody rejects you because they feel you're not good enough, or because they feel you're not on their level. And yet, you know, when it's how I put it now, emotional abuse is not in a situation where you go to tender what's that thing we call it now? A CV to the company and they say no, we can't have. You know that one's rejection, Abby? That's not that case. When it's emotional abuse is when there is supposed to be a mutual commitment between you and the person. Maybe your father rejected you because you're not, when you get back to your eye was at the back. Or your mother rejected you because you did not come at 8 a.m. You kept that in labor for 3 hours. There will be no people have different things for not liking a child they gave birth to. So it's beyond relationships. Whatever it is at all, just understand that what you're going through is called emotional abuse. We've all been there. The next one. Before I really wrap this thing, I want to show you something very important that is called potholes. I will explain the 4 of them. Potholes of emotional abuse. What are these potholes? There are the things that sometimes attract abuse to us. It may not just be emotional, it may be sexual, it may be anything. This is even for boys and girls. Maybe the next slide. There are the things that people see unconsciously and decide to abuse you. Number 1, empathy grip. Have you ever met a girl who begins to tell you how her father died at 2, how her mother does not like her, how her aunties have never helped her. In fact, when you come around anybody that tells you everybody does not like them, please run. Because even if you like them, one day they will tell somebody that you too, you don't like them. Now, girls and guys use these things to rope others into relationship with them. And whenever you want to enter into somebody, they start talking about their ex. You say, boss and think, because one day you too can be the ex. I'm not saying that when I talk about my ex, I paint them all good. I say the nice things, I say the bad things, and there's no nice thing. I will say there's no nice things. They're not going to let me talk. I've been now. But you see, when someone starts using these stories of how they're the victims, and then it's like, now let me be, I don't want to feel sorry using girls now. Sorry everybody and guys, but let me just say it. Sometimes it's we, the women, who fall victim of this thing. A guy tells you how his ex was, how he bought a car for the ex and she abandoned him, how he was all nice and she still abandoned him. You not ask yourself, so why did they leave you? You now want to be the mother. And then you now find out that you're taking things, tolerating things that you ordinarily would not take because you're making excuses for the guy or for the girl. You're saying things like, it's the abuse he went through, that's why he's doing me like this. It's because of how his mother treats him, that's why he's doing me like this. Somebody that does not have respect, my dear. It's not about what they've been through. So whenever you're so empathetic that you don't stop to pay attention to why people are acting the way they act, you become a victim of abuse. So tell somebody, watch that empathy grip. Watch that empathy grip. Watch it. Don't feel too sorry that you don't shine your eyes. Shine and wear, but don't take shame. Number 2, obsession. You know this thing about, he's the best person in the world, she's the best girl in the world, I've not met anybody like them, they're like Cinderella, their legs are too straight, their eyes are wide, they're everything. When the person starts to do, you don't know, that was my case, I was obsessed. Because this guy can preach, word of God, sharp. That was when I began to learn that the gift of the Spirit is not the same as the fruit of the Spirit. Gifts are given, fruits are cultivated. And go and check all the things called fruit of the Spirit. There's no way they were speaking in tongues. It's all that gifts. So somebody can speak in tongues and fornicate. Because the gift of God is without repentance. Somebody can speak in tongues and be a devil. Somebody can cast out devil. God said, the sign shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall cast. It's not the sign shall follow them that are righteous. If you believe in the name of Christ and you have Jesus Christ, you can cast out devil. Word. Because the demons that obey you, they obey the name of the Lord. So if you look down on the church and go enter, you enter fire. You see sister that is tying scarf, in the night she's a witch, in the morning she's the pastor. Somebody say, I jump and pass. That's what obsession can do to you. Because when this guy scatters the Bible, in fact, he did something good in my life, but let me just say it. It's not like it's all bad. The guy awakened a study capacity in me. If I pick one verse, I can, apart from God speak to me, I can pay attention to details and we break it down. I learned that from him. In fact, he made me go and buy a Hebrew Greek Bible. I've gone to Bible school at that time. I went to Bible school at 17. I had my associate degree when I was in school 2 years. I had 19. I already had my bachelor's in ministerial counseling. So I had read. But there was something in this guy that was just pushing me. Some relationships for some good purpose, just that it's not good at the end. Amen, brethren. So I learned, because the guy can scatter the word of God. It was not even the tongues, it was the word of God. So I could not match how what he speaks on the altar was not in line with the life. Because how can you try to cajole me into having sex with you? You know when a guy, you know this is about suggestive words. You don't know that's what the word is. When I'm matured now, I'm old. They are not understanding. This was what he was doing then. All these suggestive words. I didn't know. I was just innocent. You know what kind of girl? Only knows the Lord and the Bible. You don't know nothing. Obsession. Somebody say obsession. So don't be too carried away by what you think are nice things. That when people start using it as an advantage, you don't even recognize that somebody is matching you. Shine your eyes. Number 3, spiritual deception. This one now, guys, maybe you think the Lord told you. Sometimes you hear your heart, the Lord told you, this is the brother, this is the sister. It's true that the Lord said, no, I need to break this one down. Sometimes, this is my belief. Does God tell people who to marry? Yes and no. Sometimes, the Lord will say, this person is okay. But that does not mean that's the only person can marry in this world. And let me tell you, God will not expect you to vow to somebody who does not keep the simple law, which is love your neighbor as yourself. What you cannot do to somebody, don't do to somebody else. What you cannot do to yourself. So if in a marriage, your husband understands that I can't insult myself, I should not insult my wife. Or I can't be wicked to myself, I should not be wicked to my wife. Marriages will be working out. So if you have heard that God said before the marriage or before the relationship and you started, and you start seeing things that are not in line with the character of God, or that are oppressing your life and destiny, God is not saying that my sister, come aside. There's nothing God is saying there. That's what we call spiritual deception. And let me tell you, the word of God changes. If he said it was this person last week, you can still change it next month. See, let me tell you what God is after. It's not after, anyway, they'll say, it has to be this person. They lie. There was only one woman for Adam, and that person is what? Eve. After them, they had children. So there was no particular man for another particular woman. That's the philosophy. So, men and brethren. You say, men and brethren. Thank you. So, if you want to marry someone and they start exhibiting ungodly characters, and you are seeing it, God has a lot of time. It's not when you say, my daughter, leave him, or my son, leave her. So when you start feeling uneasy, you need to pay attention to what is going on in that relationship. Or the worst part, your pastor said, because of your pastor or your mentor said, you're not going to unlock your life. And may the Lord deliver us in Jesus' mighty name. So don't be deceived. These are the things that make people enter into an abusive relationship because their pastor said. You now go back to the pastor and say, Pastor, this is what is going on. Pastor will say, no, that marriage is already done. It's not the pastor that is wearing the shoe. By the time you enter, you become punching bag, or your wife now takes over your entire life and becomes the prince of patience over your destiny. Your pastor will be